point guard, Davion Mitchell. At center, Jakob Poeltl. At the other guard position, Grady Dick. At small forward, R.J. Barrett. At the other forward position, Scotty Barnes. The head coach of the visiting team is Darko Rajakovic. Introducing the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. Starting at power forward, standing 6'5", number 13, Torrey Craig. At point, standing 6'8", number 3, Josh Giddey. A 6'10" center, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. At guard, 6'5", number 0, Kobe White. At the other forward position, standing 6'5", number 8, Zach LaVine.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. And tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Chicago Bulls here at their home, United Center. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And to look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And at this point in the season, everyone is banged up. These teams, no exception.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barnes and Poeltl down low at the 4 and 5. Dick is out there with Mitchell, and it's Barrett in at the small forward. And for the Bulls, White and LaVine are out on the wings. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Torrey Craig, and it's Giddey in at the 1 spot. Stan on the tail end of a back-to-back. Tired legs can be a factor.
Yet fatigue as part of a long NBA season, and to me, it's the veteran guys who know how to be successful even when they're not at 100% that do the best in these situations.
What a sudden attack. Barnes just goes right up.
Now here's White, guarded by Dick. Now here's Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Josh Giddey taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Giddey.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season. I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
White, the pass to Vucevic. And here's Giddey. And stolen by Barrett. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Here's Dick. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Dick's got 6.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
From Pete Giddey. Rebound Toronto. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding battle.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Vucevic. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Giddey. That one's off. Still out of sync. Toronto has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. Barnes finds Barrett. Takes a 3. Drops in the 3.
The plan coming in is working. They're perfect 5 for 5 from the floor.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Make the noise, fans, for the one and only Chicago Bulls.
Checked in for Toronto. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Grady Dick.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside White. Outside Levine. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
The 3 from Barnes. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
White, the pass to Giddey. To end the run. Sinks it from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
2 minutes.
Barnes, it's good.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto, coming off that win against the Sixers.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
And it's Giddey missing.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Dick gets the bucket.
Certainly he has the ability to take over games. Dick's doing it early in his career.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. Now here's White. Pass to Giddey. Craig with a screen on Brown. Just 4 to shoot. And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play. Raptors lead by 18. Outside Dick. Fires for 3. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
To the middle. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And so here is Toronto. On the wing, Grady Dick. The 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Dick's got 15.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
White, good.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Outside Barrett from the arc. On target from range. He's got 9.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Toronto with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
They've got Ayo Dosunmu. Also Lonzo Ball out there. Zach LaVine out there with Jalen Smith. And it's Phillips in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Floats one up, and LaVine with the lay-in. LaVine's gotten his second bucket. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
The 3 is up. Rebound, Toronto. Here's Abaji. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Dick gets the bucket.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Pass to Shed. Here's Abaji. And the Raptors, another 3.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Timeout called, the Bulls.
the camera on you.
He's coming in for Phillips, and Giddey's subbed in for DeSumo. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Giddey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Giddey's got 6.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Right side Barnes. Launches it. And the Raptors, another 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
They conceded the points to him, and he couldn't take advantage. That miss might stick with him.
Pass to Dick. From deep, Mitchell hits the trifecta. Mitchell's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Here's Levine for 3. Hauled in by Brown.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Dick gets the bucket. Dick's got 24 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Barnes against Smith. Back to Giddey. A shot to stop the run. Misses at the rim. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Pass to Mitchell. From downtown. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
The Bulls have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Step back and fire, and it's in there. Levine's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Yeah, the mid-range shot is not a lost art for Levine. He's a very skilled guy in that area.
It's Barnes on the wing. 3-pointer, and the 3-pointer goes. Barnes has got 6 here in the quarter.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. Smith outside. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Boucher with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Barnes. Outside, Brown. On the wing, Grady Dick. Shoots over Levine. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 26 points for him.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
44 seconds left to play in the half. Ball passes to Levine. Fires the 3. Ball no good. Boucher right side. Outside Mitchell. The 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Levine surveys the D. Ball outside. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. And And so it's Toronto, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We'll be right back after this word.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Chicago Bulls.
I'll say this, yeah, you want to protect the paint, but when you're getting killed from long range, you have to make the adjustment defensively. They're not going to win like this.
Seems highly unlikely indeed. All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. A question here from astronaut Ari, who asks, is it okay to eat sushi you bought at a gas station? I thought you guys might have some thoughts on this.
No way am I touching that sushi. You don't know how long it's been out there?
Why not? Fish is fish. You go right ahead.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. It's been quite a game for Grady Dick.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
So for the Raptors right now, Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Davion Mitchell is out there with Dick, and it's Pirtle in at the center spot. White for 3, connects from downtown. White's got his second bucket on the night.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Oh, nice shot by Mitchell.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
About a minute played here in the second half. Outside Giddey. Pass to Levine. Jacks up a 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Barrett passes to Dick. Puts up a 3. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Now here's Vucevic. Outside Giddey, pass to Craig. Here's White. Shot clock at 6. Sinks the 15-footer. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, it seems like White's got that in-between range figured out.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
A new day. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama said a few years back it was more of a guards game, but now it's come back to a big men's game. We've got guys all around the league who do a lot of stuff despite being very tall. It's the way the game changes. You just have to adapt. Brian, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And I like it. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
From deep, Mitchell. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Giddey finds White. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now. Toronto has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Dick. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
White, the pass to Giddey. Back to White.
2 minutes.
Oh, there's the alley! And stolen by Barrett. From outside the arc. Drills it from deep. Dick's got 9 points here in the second half.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remains red hot from deep.
Giddey with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Giddey passes to Levine. White with it. We've got 1:28 left in the third.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
From deep, Mitchell. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Outside Giddey. 56 seconds left in the third. Now here's White. He's guarded closely. Craig on the wing. Shot clock at 3. Here's Levine for 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle's got his 6th rebound on the night. Inside from 9 feet. And Barnes with a basket. The assist by Barrett.
Assisted by
Barrett's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Up top, White. Guarded by Dick. White, the pass to Levine. To end the cold spell. The Bulls with another miss. Outside Dick. Shoots over White. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Dick's got 11 points in the quarter.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Toronto out in front, opening up a huge gap. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Lonzo Ball is out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Jalen Smith. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Buzelis in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And here's Ball. Pass to Dosunmu. Smith with a screen on Brown. Back to Ball. 3-pointer, Buzelis. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the inside. Mabaji, the pass to Boucher. The 3 is up. Mobo gets the bucket. Mobo's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And what a dunk by Levine, looking to punish the defense.
Toronto has gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. Pass to Abaji. This one for three. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
Smith with a screen on Brown. Dosumu, the pass to Smith.
Raptors foul.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Craig passes to Giddey. Clock at 6. And off the front iron, and in it goes. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
The open shot, White. Toronto grabs a miss.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Gets the three to fall. Temple's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Here's Vucevic. Second chance shot, and the layup is good.
Getting points inside is no problem for Vucevic. He consistently finds these openings.
Here's Mobo. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got assist number 7 tonight. The Bulls have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Raptors.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And what can you say that hasn't been already said? We knew these guys would be great coming into the year, but their complete dominance is rare. They have redefined greatness.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Grady Dick.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one. Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Abaji. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
White can't hit.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mobo. And the Raptors, another 3.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win.
End of the game.
Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Grady Dick.